Hello everybody, welcome back to Language Litigation and Integration Part 64, Casual Conversations 20. I'm just getting through some more stories. Like I said, I maybe have one or two more story episodes, but in this series I've talked a lot about Susan. So we're going to talk about the three girls I really liked throughout my life. Again, I'm 28, I've not been in a social circle in well over 7 to 10 years. There's literally no chance I will ever have a wife unless I'm allowed to socialize. I can't. Lieutenant Chief Elaine Bryan will do her bimbo ass fucking job. Dirty cunt Cassandra Shaker won't do her job. Federal judges won't do their job. Sleepy Joe won't do his job. Governor DeWine won't do his job. I'll just tell you more stories about being fucking tortured. Seriously, if I spend one day of this life happy, safe and happy, I will be mind fucked. It's not possible. I'm surrounded by people that know I'm intelligent, and they say, well, I didn't have a meaningful life until I was 35 or 45 because of my own shitty decisions, so it's okay that we torture him. And that's really just what the fuck it is. Every law enforcement officer of every fucking country, fuck your dirty fucking children. Here's some more free shit for your worthless fucking lives. So I'm going to tell you about the three girls I really liked. Again, I've told you a lot about Susan, but I got thing 1, thing 2, and Susan. Alright? Dr. Seuss thing 1 and thing 2, that's how I refer to the girls I liked. But actually, these are pretty interesting stories. So Susan actually moved, I think she was from Texas. Yeah, she was from Texas. My song Alexis is not about Susan. It should be pretty obvious who that was about. But she moved from Texas actually, probably about the 2nd grade. And we're all, again, it's Catholic grade school, no one's super Catholic or religious, but Catholic grade school, new girl moves in, it's Susan. It was probably about 2nd grade, and everyone had a crush on her. Like at 2nd grade, everyone was like, "Wow, Susan's cute. Susan's interesting." And so that's just kind of a prelude. Also, Susan, this is funny. Actually, in 4th grade, I told you I had the savage boob glance. My 4th grade teacher had a low-cut shirt. I was like, I gotta look at the boobs, yo. But we had a 4-person table group. It was me, a dude named Stuart, not relevant to anyone I'm criticizing, Stuart Schwartz, shout out him. And a girl, I'm not going to use her name, they had the same name. But it was a 4-person table group, and when I looked at my teachers, when I snuck the boob glance in 4th grade in Mrs. Sheeran's class, Susan, the girl I ended up dating and ended up treating me like shit, was literally at the 4-person group table. For real. But I didn't really, like I said, Susan was, everyone had a crush on Susan in like 2nd to 4th grade. Really kind of like died out around, I don't know, 6th, 7th, 8th grade. We go to high school, introduced to a bunch of new people. And so I really like this other girl, we'll call her Thing 1. But again, this was the Thing 1 was the girl that I really liked when I told you the story about RJ Ball. When we were both in calculus class, like, oh fuck, we both can't get any girls. But, so I like this, again, everyone had a crush on Susan in like 2nd to 4th grade, me included. But go to high school, I really developed feelings for another girl. And again, she was, frankly, all of the girls are attractive. And, but Thing 1, again, a lot of attention in high school, but I don't know, probably still now. But I really liked Susan, then I really started liking Thing 1. And again, definitely friends, again, certainly have like sexual tension, certainly flirting, certainly back and forth, but I'm too mature and I'm a scapegoat, so therefore, fuck Brad. And not in the good way. And so I can't get a girlfriend, not at all. But I really like Thing 1 from probably, I don't know, freshman or sophomore year of high school to probably junior year of high school. Like I really liked her. That was going nowhere. And then Thing 2 comes into the picture. Frankly, Thing 2 is the only girl, again there's 3 girls, but Thing 2 was the only one that didn't treat me like profound shit. And so after again I have a crush, like really trying to ask out Thing 1, nothing's going on there. Really started to develop feelings for another girl, Thing 2. And again, I sat by her in class a lot of times. I've used some relevant names, so I'm not going to use them again. But Thing 2 now thinks that I don't like her because I'm still attracted or attached to thing 1. And the first girl I liked was not like we didn't do anything physically, like literally nothing at all. I didn't made out one time. But I really liked her, but I literally moved on. I was like, okay, this is no from her. And this is high school. This is literally high school, like 15 to 17, so everything's super important. It's not. But the second girl, I really start liking her, and then we made out one time. I remember we made out one time, and then the second time we go to hang out again, I go to kiss her, and she's like really like honestly pulling back, like no. I'm just like, oh, okay. And it was like the weirdest experience ever. You know, we're literally talking, making out, kissing, and so we kissed. We made out one time, and then the second time she's like, no. I'm like, well, again, this is like a week later. I'm just like, again, I just exist. Nothing, I said nothing bad. But the thing high school girls want and college girls want and girls till they're 35 or 40 want is tension, games, bullshit, nonsense. I was more mature than every other fucking person on this planet when I was like fucking 8. Do you want to spend time with me, yes or no? Do you want to hang out with me, yes or no? Past that, I don't give a flying fuck. But the second time I hang out with thing 2, and again I'm talking literally making out, she's like, no, you still have a thing for thing 1, and I'm like, no, I literally don't, and I literally didn't, and it was just like, sweet, I can't get any sort of girlfriend. Fast forward to when I'm well, let's just keep going in chronological order. So again, thing 1 was not having anything to do with me. Thing 2 allegedly thought I was still liked thing 1. Definitely didn't. 100% fucking didn't. But it's just again another. I exist. People are waiting for me to play high school games, and I don't. So fuck this guy that actually treats me correctly. Again, I'm not a nice guy, but I'm respectful. And so, thing 2, nothing happens with thing 2. I've told you the story about asking out Susan at the party. I've told you that story. Susan kind of says yes. Again, we dated for 12. Again, this is again 10 years since we were in 4th grade together. Like literally at the same table group. So I ask out Susan. She says she kind of likes me. We go out for a little bit. I don't know, 12 months, 14 months, and nothing super physical. And I told you the breakup stories there, but. Then after I break up with fucking Susan, or we break up again. I told you that story. But then I'm in Colorado. Like I said, I went and ran a lab. I'll give you some more business stories about running the great lab that I ran. And we're in Colorado. Thing 2 is also in Colorado, and my old buddy Patrick is also in Colorado. And at this point, we're just genuinely fucking friends. And so it's like, hey, let's just like meet up. And we met up, went on a hike, hung out for a little bit. And during our hike, thing 2 goes, hey Brad, remember when we almost dated, but you were in love with thing 1? I remember just being like, I wasn't. I literally fucking wasn't. And I remember like when me and thing 2 were kind of talking, like she's like, if you have anything more to say to me, call me on the phone. And I called her on the fucking phone, and it was just like, you know, again, I'm too mature to be accepted as a boyfriend. So it's just like, oh sweet. I was born too smart, awesome, I can't go on dates. That's really fucking cool. But we're in Colorado, and I stayed the night at her place, like not like a sexual way, like I slept on the couch, she had a 2-bedroom apartment, she sleeps in her bedroom, but literally just meeting up as friends. Literally just meeting up to like, let's fucking do something, go on a hike, go do something. And she's like, remember when we almost dated, but you were too in love with thing 1? Thing 2, if you ever listen to this, I was not at fucking all. But this again is like, it's just like a cycle. It's like, and all three of these lovely ladies were certainly in love or would love to date my old buddy Tim. So it's just like the most amazing shit to see like the narrative cycling through females over like 10 to 15 years, literally, actually. Again, still have no dates. Another quick story about role playing with again, thing 1, thing 2, and Susan, stay the fuck away from me. But. Role playing with a 42-year-old and Tinder nudes and height. This is another Tinder story. I matched with a 42-year-old, and again, little silver seeker, no. I would love to date a girl probably 24 to 28, my age. Would certainly like to do some extracurricular activities with any woman between the age of 20 and, I don't know, 50 that's attractive. But again, I'm not gonna try to date an older girl. I have no like super attraction, but it's like, okay, I swipe through literally every single person my age on my Tinder, and there's no more people in the fucking Tinder swiping. So let's just bump up the age group and see if I can get a date there. And so I matched with this 42-year-old, and I've matched probably like, I don't know, 2 or 3 Tinder matches, and they've sent me nudes unsolicited. I would never ask for a nude. If you want to send me naked pics, I would love to enjoy them. I will happily send you naked pics back with my very average equipment. But I've never solicited. I've never asked somebody for nudes. Literally never. When I was dating Susan, I did. But the Tinder matches are literally just, hey, here's my phone number, and then the first message I get is naked pictures. It's like, oh, that's pretty cool. I'm happy to send them back, get very average equipment. But match with this 42-year-old, and she sends me like sexy pics, like again, lingerie, I don't know, some sort of like lingerie top thing. And I just respond like, nice, take that shit off. And she's like, and she doesn't respond in text messages. And then I email her back on fucking Tinder, and I'm not gonna, I'll send you one message if you don't respond, and in 12 hours I'm unmatching you. Does not fucking matter. And so I sent her that message like, yo, let's, like, what is this? Nice. And she was like, on Tinder, she was like, you didn't respond how I wanted you to. I'm the dominant and you're the submissive. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this? And so it was like some 42-year-old wanted like, again, they like role-playing sex. And again, I have no sexual career. I'm open to basically whatever with females. But it's like, if you don't tell me what you want, I don't know what the fuck to say back. You send me some sexy pics, I'm like, nice, take it off. What? And so this was a really random-ass fucking story. But again, I'm just working through some stories. But it was just like, again, seeing like a 42-year-old behave like a 24-year-old, I was just like, what the, stay the fuck away from me. Literally unmatched here, don't ever fucking message me again, fuck you. It's honestly the weirdest shit ever, women treating sex as a prize, when anyone who's in a decent relationship will fuck. And it's just like, how do I like, just like exist as a fucking human being? I don't know. But that was the time I role-played with a 42-year-old who was profoundly less mature than me. But a random other thing, just random thought, I also see a lot of guys like on Tinder, and again, I'm completely off Reddit now, fuck your company. But on Tinder, or on Reddit, it'll be like, how tall are you? How big are your boobs? Neither question are offensive to me. Girl asks me how high I am, how tall I am. If you were in person, you would see that anyway. So I don't see that as like a fucking degrading, shallow question. I don't think boob questions are degrading, shallow questions. But it's just like, again, shit you would normally see in person, that it's just like, oh my gosh, why aren't you such a deeper person with all of these characteristics of morals and values and shit? So, those are just some more fucking trying to date stories. Now, I'm going to teach you how to eat while being tortured, feeding sick animals, and a couple business stories. And just one more quick historical data point for all the goofy fucking feds out there and your worthless kids. When the kids at Steak and Shake ask me if I'm a virgin, yes. When I get a Tinder match, that's a literal prostitute. And I said, what did I say? I haven't had any sex since college. I've never had any sex. If I get a Tinder match, I'm not gonna like act like I'm a fucking weirdo. And if you think on a personal level being a virgin is like anything to me, I'm pretty good at rhythm. I'm pretty good at conversation. I'm pretty good at singing. You haven't seen me dance really. You probably got some videos here or there. But if you think I can't do those things, and if you think I can't eat it up and beat it up, send your wife over. She'll be dripping before dinner's over, bro. So, it is what it is. But, you can just being historically accurate. If I tell someone on Tinder I'm not a virgin, it's just because it's at 28, it's like, now it's like a weird thing. It's like nope, still a scapegoat. But how to eat while being tortured and feeding sick animals. I did want to cover this. Because again, I watch a lot of nature shows, a lot of animal shows, and it's always like, this animal's so sick, it doesn't have an appetite, it can't eat food, so we give it a liquid diet. I've been on and off a liquid diet for survival for the past 9 literal years. So how do you eat, again, for the past, this is the month 11 of December 2021, And I have no way to have structured, sustained income to feel safe, to pay my bills, to eat. So the past 9 months of this year, I've literally lived on a liquid diet, more on and off, 100%. So all my old friends, if you people ever watch this shit, if you people ever stop denying your culture, your history, your own fucking scientific discoveries, thank you for torturing me in the most genuine sense possible. But when you feed sick animals, you put them on a liquid diet until they get their natural appetite back. But how to eat while being tortured. If you ever find yourself doing scientific research around a bunch of monkeys who can't raise their children, who can't help anything, but will still go on TV and steal my shit and talk about science, then here's how you eat. In the morning, what do I eat? I have vegetable juice, V8, maybe some pistachios, a couple pieces of cheese. Again, just have something in my stomach. What else is good for? Nuts. Nuts are good for being tortured to eat. Cheese is good to eat. Shrimp are good to eat, like actual cocktail shrimp. But if you can't stomach solid food, again, I've been a weightlifter since the past 10 years, so I can, if I need to, because people watch these videos and say, Brad, you're fine. You eat fine. Look at your body weight. It's about the same shit. True. But again, the difference between 10 pounds for me is profound personal hatred and disgrace because I can't put food on my plate and eat it. And so, again, like protein shakes. If you really need to eat food or get sustenance, get nutrients, protein shakes. Again, I've been a weightlifter, so I can take 2,000, 3,000 calories in a protein shake, no fucking problem. Most people can't stomach liquid like that. But liquid diet versus solid food diet, just because of our digestive tract's evolution, solid, that's why most people would eat solid food. Only time I ever go to a liquid diet is when I literally cannot fucking eat food. And again, I've been documenting torture for the past 5 years, 4 years of my entire life, and there was nothing anybody will fucking do. And everybody is stealing from me, everybody's working for companies stealing from me. Who is the person that is going to do the right thing? And the answer is goddamn fucking nobody. So that's how you eat while being tortured. Cheese, nuts, and protein shakes if you really fucking need it. Couple business stories. So again, we're just kind of in line with the not being able to eat thing. Again, we've heard from my alcohol partner Marty in this lecture series. And I have a lawyer partner that literally will not file a lawsuit about his own property being devalued by a substantial amount because, again, to these people, I'm literally just a dude wanting to be a YouTuber with, again, I have 37 subs now. So, again, I'm still a fucking child, crazy idiot till I'm 35 by people who are literally never mature enough to, like, have families and shit. But around the same time that, again, I am literally in Philadelphia, like trying to start this fucking business with no human rights, with no anything. No one believes anything I say because they're all scientifically illiterate. I start sending my paper around. Again, I can read you the initial email I sent to everybody. But literally, again, when you do mathematics at my level, you solve something, and then you see other people saying they're doing mathematics, like my old friend David Paletta, and they're really just thieves talking about nonsense, bullshit fucking shit that no one cares about. You know it. When you're... Again, I'm a crazy idiot, but when you're way smarter than everybody, you know it. And when you prove something, forget me. Proof is irrelevant to me. I'm the one that produced it, but here's a fact. Here's my analysis. Here's my lecture series. And you can just tell it's just like there's no way to like communicate with people. But I sent my paper around, and there was an old professor emeritus, the only person that actually responded, again, probably not actually affiliated with the school anymore. But I sent him my paper, and the thing he sends back to me, and he said, this is at the time I'm in Philadelphia trying to start a business. He says, paraphrasing, I have the actual email somewhere, this is the most exhilarating paper I've read in a long time. When you provide an empirical proof, this is the validation of that proof. This is the most exhilarating paper I've read in a long time because I made you think because I provided a new fucking sequence of logic. I provided novel language. But then he says to me, focus on one result. When you unify the natural science and that's your one result and people can't do math, like one theorem, focus on one result. And again, I'm sucked out of reality again and I'm back in the scapegoat world. This person just said, wow, man, I empirically understood your result, but now focus on one result because I'm a teacher. I can't pay my bills. I can't make friends. I can't date. I can't start a family. I can't be respected by my parents. I can't be respected by any of my extended family. Focus on one result. My result I'm trying to focus on is how do I speak facts to people that can't hear them. That's my one result. But then another quote, I don't know if this was Igor Rodrinsky or there's some Igor cunt that I fucking messaged. But again, I sent my paper into like actual journals. And when you have a first principle scientist and you produce a result in 3 paragraphs, it was literally handwritten. The dude says, and at this point I'm like, the motherfuckers know who I am. Publish my shit. Again, if you're scientific papers, again, go read an abstract of a science paper. It's just word salad on word salad. No one, nothingness, Eric Weinstein, Lex Friedman, anybody at this university, that university, they can't open their mouths and fucking speak. And so one of the actual like responses I get without a referee report, without any like breakdown of the logic, this isn't close to a physics paper. And it was the foundational string theory proving. So you're right. It's not dark energy, dark matter, string theory, stagnate society, mumble about dumb shit until the day you fucking die. This isn't close to a fucking physics paper. And this is at the same time, again, I'm trying to sell CBD enriched alcohol that's patented, but nobody fucking respects who I am. And so one day, my partner Marty, and again, he's the accomplished business guy, and I'm struggling to make a life 4 years after nobody can open their mouth and speak a word without demonstrating the proofs that are literally on somebody's desk. And he's like, dress up nice, wear a suit, because we're going to meet with a potential investor, one of his business friends. And so we meet with this guy, his name was Dave. I'm not going to give you his last name, I have no respect for him either. But he had just sold some McDonald's, maybe he was buying some FedEx routes. But we meet with this guy, meeting goes well, and then I add him on LinkedIn. And he won't fucking accept my connection request. And so at the same time I'm being harassed, I'm being scapegoated, I'm going to... What was the fucking Subway, the Philly cheesesteak shop on Henry Avenue that the feds were in there, I told you I'd serve you a pound. What was that? Who was on duty that time? And then I go try to talk to my business partner about a literal deal, and they won't even respect me enough to add me on LinkedIn. So I thought that was fucking hilarious. One other quick business story. Again, I told you I was a lab runner, I ran a cannabis extraction lab for a company called Connoisseur, like manure, but Connoisseur with weird words or something, like connoisseur, but like shitty language and shit. So when I told you about the place we robbed 2 weeks before I literally show up. And at this point I'm literally homeless. I'm like, how the fuck do I exist in this fucking world? Go in there, get a job, and about 6 months later, my old boss, Justin Wolf, says to me, his cousin was the guy that owned the fucking dispensary. He says to me, the guy that owned the cannabis, Ryan Grigo, he said to me, or Wolf said to me, when we first met you, we just heard that you were some dude willing to work for cheap. Yeah. I'm glad you paid me cheap, Ryan Grigo. You're in the cannabis industry, bro. How's your shitty fucking 1 dispensary, 2 dispensaries, 3 dispensaries, and your trimming company going? I get security details, I don't even call them. So I hope your business is doing well, buddy. But some dude willing to work for cheap. Interesting. But again, I sold weed for a bit, and again, I provided cannabis edibles for cancer patients, prolong their lifespans for 5, 6, 7, 8 fucking years. And I was getting, after I came back to Columbus, I was getting some cannabis still from my old boss, Wolf. And you know what? One day I sent him some money, and $800, $1,000 for an ounce, 2 ounces of some fucking distillate, THC distillate, and he won't pay me. Or he won't send me the fucking shit. And again, this is a dude, fat motherfucker, that again, we were friends at the time when I worked at the place, but then, always talking about philosophy, always talking about doing the right thing, thinking all this shit, but a complete fucking hypocrite. Sent him some money, he was a coke addict for a little bit or something, talked about pawning his guitar for some coke, you fat piece of shit that can't behave. And he won't send me the fucking cannabis distillate. And I'm trying, this is for cancer patients, literally. And so after you get scapegoated at OSU and you go to another state, someone's going to say some dude is willing to work for cheap, and then they'll abuse you for 8 months, 9 months, and then when you come back, trying to keep your fucking family alive because of illiterate fucking politicians. Well, he didn't like send it to me for a couple months, and I was like, motherfucker, send this shit to me. And then he ended up did. But those are, again, just some random business stories. Everywhere I go, people will manipulate me. Everywhere I go, people will feel responsibility for nothing. And everywhere I go, people will demonstrate proof that I put on the internet. So I could probably have one more story episode, but I'm going to just keep working until the day that I get fucking paid. The day that I get fucking paid, fire sale of fucking lawsuits. Thank you for watching Language Litigation and Integration Part 64, Casual Conversations 20.